Right. We start the recording. Yeah, we started.
Action.
Action. This is the Sybes podcast, number 1, with me, Hero, and Silo. Hello, Silo.
Hello, hero. Most people wait too long to go into action, generally out of fear. They want more money or better circumstances. You must go the opposite direction and move before you think you're ready. It is as if you are making it a little more difficult for yourself, deliberately creating obstacles in your path. But it is a law of power that your energy will rise to the appropriate level. When you feel that you must work harder to get to your goal because you are not quite prepared, you are more alert and inventive. This venture has to succeed, and so it will.
What's the book name?
50th Law by 50 Cent and Robert Greene.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest mistake that we all do as a people. We quite delay the stuff that we need to do in our life on a daily basis. I mean, hell, look at it. Sometimes you even delay to get your garbage out. Is that how bad it is? That's how bad we got. I mean, at what point in our life we decided to go this way?
The point when we probably decided to stay in the comfort zone a little bit so much.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you waste a lot of time.
Yeah. And I think this is how we're going to cover today. It's going to be waste time and the comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. I mean, I'm going to give an example from my personal life, how I usually waste time, right? And it's correlated with the comfort zone. I'll give you an example. I'm coming from work, and instead of doing the thing that I was supposed to do, like read a book that I was supposed to read, or do the exercise I was supposed to do, or go for a run or gym, what I'm doing, I'm going to drop on the couch or on the chair, pull up some video games, or watch some endless YouTube videos that are no point for anything. I mean, I think you've been in that situation before.
Yeah.
We all been there.
It happens to me mostly in the morning when I need to wake up and go to the gym. I still do that. I still do it because if I don't do it, then it's gonna be bad. But you know that thing that gets to you in the morning when you get the alarm, when you have the alarm and it rings in your head.
Yeah,
It
I know
does.
what you mean.
It does.
Because it's painful that you have to go over and do something that you don't like.
But that's true. But then actually the question is like, what you gonna do about it?
Well, you have to go through it. I mean, you have to face that uncomfort. You have to find comfort in the uncomfort.
Yeah.
And thinking of it, like why in general we wait of taking the action of doing the thing that we want to do.
I think everything resumes to fear. It is because of fear. You wait because you're afraid of failure. You wait because you're afraid you don't have enough money. You wait because you don't think you are good enough and you need to learn more things, or you need to train more, you need to prepare more. But you're never gonna be good enough if you don't start something. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
You become good enough while doing it. Otherwise, just thinking about it, unfortunately, is not gonna get you there. Because sometimes when we think about it, it's like it tricks you to believe you're already doing. You're practicing in your mind, but that's not real, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And the best way will be to start doing it by practicing straight away instead of thinking it's that much. So let's give one good example. What is the main reason that today one of the main reasons that people look through it today is to get in shape, right?
Yeah.
To get in shape or just to get healthy.
Yeah.
Because sports is healthy. It doesn't matter what kind of sports or physical exercise you do, it's going to be health. in general. So what they're doing instead, they're gonna do some researches. I'm gonna be like, all right, let's look through this. They go through it, open the YouTube, they're gonna find some exercises, probably gonna sign up for some courses, and then they're gonna put it on the side and be like, yeah, but I need some more. They're gonna start look for more information. They're gonna look for, right, now I need to look for the food as well. And they're gonna keep going in that section of trying to do research for like days, weeks maybe, and never start taking action. And maybe they do it once and they're gonna see it's difficult, and then what they're gonna do, they're gonna stop doing it.
Yeah, can that be because we have a lot of information out there, and not even though people they think they like to make we think we like to make choices. Yeah, I mean, I know I do, but sometimes too many choices for some people make them become lost. They don't know what to choose anymore, and they just try to put all that they put all that energy at the beginning of the project, whatever project they have. Okay, I'll start going to the gym. I'm gonna buy some nice gear, gonna buy some nice supplements. Yeah, get that pre-workout, boy.
Yeah. I mean, let me give a good example. I've been there before.
Yeah, me too.
I've been there before. I got everything
that's
up.
painful.
Yeah. I got everything sorted up. I got my protein, my amino acids, my pre-workout, my gym gloves, my everything was set it up. Even the workout plan, everything was set up to the point, even the food itself. So when the time came to take action, what I did instead, I went to the gym for a week. It looked a bit difficult, but at that point, I started to do some sacrifices, and I will tell you what happened and why I've stopped doing it. Then why I stopped doing gym. So let's go step by step. I went for like a week. I was super hyped, super motivated. Second week, I start to see small changes in the mirror. Yeah, I could see small changes because I was pushing hard. I was a hardcore motherfucker. So in my second week, I start seeing the changes. But then at one point, I started interrupting the bad habits, right? Because in that period that I used to go gym, I used to do something else, something that I used to waste time with it, right? Something that put me in my comfort zone. So what was it? Was me either playing some video games, or
the good old video games.
Yes, or I could just watch some Netflix or some stupid thing that wouldn't contribute to nothing to my being.
Yeah, not beneficial.
So in my second week, I start having carbs, right? For the things that I use for the bad habits.
Let's call them is like dopamine cravings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will start having carving for the dopamine.
Yeah.
And because I wouldn't get much enough, I wouldn't get enough results from the gym itself in 2 weeks. So what I start doing, I was like, you know what, I will have time now to watch one more Netflix movie, or at least half of it, and I'll go gym. And what I did instead, I just corrupted my routine. So by that, here was poor hero. After 2 weeks of hard work and order all that gear, spend hundreds of pounds on on everything, start diminish his attitude towards his goal. So in the end, my goal became meaningless. It lost his spark because I was looking for the dopamine hits.
Yeah.
So what I did there, I sacrificed the long run for the small journeys.
Yeah, you chose to pay the higher price, basically.
Yeah, I was looking for instant gratification.
Yeah, I think everybody does that. But when you do that, and when you realize you do that, I think it quite makes you lose your confidence as well. I really think it affects your confidence, because if you promise to yourself you're gonna do something, like I have this huge goal, I want to get in shape, and it's not just getting in shape. Let's face it, you're gonna look good, you look better, you're gonna be healthier, you're gonna be smarter, you're gonna have a lot of benefits. It's not just looking good, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And then you say you're gonna do it, and I can do it tomorrow. No, I'm not gonna do it today. But that makes you feel bad about yourself, isn't it?
Yes.
And then you start not trusting yourself enough. And the next time when you say you're gonna do it, it's gonna be but last time I said I can skip another day. And then you're gonna start trusting yourself even less.
Yes.
And that's how it comes the time when every time you set a goal, you think, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it anyway. Why should I start? And it gives you anxiety, and it puts you in a really bad mood, isn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, because you can't trust yourself. So it makes you think, if you can't trust yourself, then how can you trust others, or how others can trust you? It gets so bad, actually, if you think about it.
Yeah,
you just go from wasting time, and then you see where it can get you, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you don't want to go to a 60 years old thinking about like, oh man, I could have done that and I could have done the other.
Yeah, you're gonna live in regrets in the end.
Yeah, you don't want that.
So
I know I don't want that.
The best thing that you can do is just accept the fact that I want to change my life.
Yeah.
You have to say that I want to change my life, and I know it's gonna be painful. You have to be real and brute to yourself. This is not a time that you want to just lie to yourself with sweet talks like, man, I'll be okay. I'm just gonna do this 10 minutes exercise today. I'm gonna be fine, and maybe I'll do whenever I got time. No, what you need to do first, in the first place, you need to get yourself a routine.
Yeah.
And you have to be disciplined about.
Yeah.
And you have to be consistent.
That's the thing.
If you're not, my friend, you're gonna end back the way you were, and you're gonna get even more depressed, because every failure that puts you down and you do nothing about it, it will bury you.
Because we were talking about comfort zone earlier, going back to the subject, because we said that you're comfortable when you do these things you like whatever that is, drink a beer, playing video games, whatever that is. Watch a movie.
Yeah.
400. Don't do that. Okay. That put you in the comfort zone. But there are people, I know for myself, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people out there. When you say you will do something and you find yourself not doing that, it doesn't matter if I'm in the most comfortable bed ever. That's going to make me so uncomfortable. And I'm not the kind of person who is comfortable or uncomfortable. I actually don't care about it. But if I say I'm going to do something and then I don't do that, I don't get after my goals, that's what's going to make me uncomfortable. Really bad. To the point where I can't live with myself. Yes. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. That's because we do delay whatever we put out, the promises that we did to ourselves. Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, if you really want to be comfortable up there. Get after your goals and be comfortable after you reach them.
Yeah. Although
after you reach them, you're supposed to set some others.
Yeah. You have to get after it, man. You have to wake up. You have to put in the work. You have to know that it's painful.
But you have to pay that price now. It's cheaper than to pay it later.
Yes. You have to pay the price now. I mean, hell, you're gonna get to an age, you're gonna be like, man, I wish I did that. I wish I had more time.
Yeah.
I mean, we are now in our 30s, and we do have a lot of regrets.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily regrets, because you've been through some things that makes you be the way you are and makes you think the way you think. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
Absolutely. But now speaking for myself.
Yeah. Because it's different from different people, yes, like we said, yeah.
Exactly. I know about myself. I know you've done yourself some researches and some studies on some psychology subjects. But for me, while you were studying, I lost my time so much. It's not like I did something that contribute to myself.
Goddamn video games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goddamn with them.
Yep.
And it could be anything else. Whatever, it's a waste of time.
But you have to see the good thing on it. Yeah, you have to look at it this way, you still wake up while being young. You're still young, you still have that power, you still have the will
Yeah.
that keeps you going.
Yeah.
And you still have, supposedly, because we never know, we never know how much time we have.
Absolutely.
But supposedly we have a lot left to do whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
And what we should want to do is stay in the game, play the game, and play the bigger game. Like I'm talking about the bigger game.
Yes, exactly.
You know, like think for the future.
Think for the future.
Yeah.
You have to build yourself now for the future.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna come a point that you're gonna not be able to cope with whatever is gonna be in front of you because you're
And
not prepared.
Yeah. It's because whatever you do today in this moment is like, you have to think like whatever you do today is gonna build for your future. It's like, I'm doing this is a brick. I'm doing the other thing, this is another brick. And then when you put these bricks one on top of each other, you basically building your future happens right now.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Your future happens right now. If you don't take care of what you do right now, then you never know how you're gonna end up in the future, isn't it?
So, the best advice we can give to ourselves, it's simple. Get yourself a time routine, at least for the next day that you're doing, and do it day after day. Don't think about what I'm gonna do next week. Do it day after day. What I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna start. Well, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna do my shower. I'm gonna eat some. I'm gonna go hit the gym, do something good for myself. Probably gonna do some work, spend some time with the family, whatever it's gonna be. But you need to set yourself straight and keep your word to it. It might be difficult. You're gonna feel bad about it because you're gonna destroy some bad habits that you used to do. But at least keep yourself true to it.
Yeah.
And keep pushing it. Stay consistent.
That's what you say. What you say there. That's actually the difference in between motivation, which lasts for a day or two, whatever.
Yeah.
It depends how many videos you watch on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And discipline.
Yes. Consistent discipline.
When you actually go and do it every day.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Let's face it.
Oh yeah, man.
It's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. And especially if you spend, I don't know, 20, 30 years not being... I know I was... I don't think I am disciplined. But what helps me is having the reason.
Yes.
Having a reason. That helps me so much.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I'm counting on discipline that I kind of don't have, but I'm working on it, on building it. I'm more I'm more disciplined on some things than on other things.
Yeah.
Like if I have, like you have a reason to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to age that fast. You want to keep your body longer. You want to keep it healthier. You want to keep it good looking. You know, and we all should know that working out keeps your brain fresh, keeps you smarter.
Absolutely.
Makes you smarter. So you want to keep that for as long as possible. Therefore, you want to go to the gym. So that's my reason. I have this reason. So I go because I want that. If I'll stop wanting that, then it doesn't matter. I'm not going to do it. It sounds more like a reason, like a will to do it than discipline. But it becomes discipline when you do it every day.
Absolutely.
It becomes, because you still have to be disciplined to follow that will and to stay in the game.
Yes. Might be days when you're so bad that you literally don't want to get your head out of the bed.
Yeah.
But you stay true to your cause, because that's what discipline is. You get your shoes on, you go to the gym or do that exercise or do that work that you are supposed to do.
And stop wasting that time.
Exactly. Because time, once it's gone, man.
Isn't that thing that when you're young, when you're in your 20s, you don't really play the long game, do you? You just think, if somebody comes and tell you, when you're going to be 40, you want to have that, you want to have a house, you want to have a family, you're right there being 20s and you must be thinking something like, oh my God, what is this guy talking about when I'm going to be 40? I'm just here to, get some money to buy a car.
Yeah.
Or go out with a girl, or I don't know.
Yeah, we all been
things
there.
like that.
We all been there.
It depends. It depends on the age as well. If you talk with somebody that's 20, you just tell them the next step and you build them up. Isn't it? I wish I had that advice when I was 20.
God, I wish I had someone that you bash my brains with information when I was 20.
Well, let's actually, you know what? Let's not put this
Yeah, we are
on
here.
somebody else's
Absolutely.
shoulders, because that's, if you do or you don't do something, it's your fault.
Yeah, it's your responsibility
It's
to take care
your
of
responsibility.
yourself.
You can't blame
Yeah,
me.
you can't blame others.
The sooner you blame other people for your failures or what you didn't do when you should,
Yeah,
is you just place the responsibility on somebody else. Therefore, it's like you say, it's not my fault. I'm not gonna work to have it.
yeah,
Somebody else should do the work for me. And then
Absolutely.
is when you're out of the game. You lost it. Isn't it?
yeah. Painful.
Yep.
My question is for myself: how usually you can step out of the comfort zone without knowing this much about discipline itself? Let's say I just want to change my life.
Mm-hmm.
Want to change my life, and I don't know much about discipline. I might give up the next day, but I wanna do it.
Mm-hmm.
How would you help me? I mean, what if I have to answer myself
Yeah.
to a younger self?
Yeah.
I'll be like, tell you what, set yourself the goal that you want to do. Get up and get after it.
But you just said it. Even if you do that, sometimes you're not gonna do it.
That's the thing, but you remind yourself every day.
Yeah, but that's the discipline, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's the thing. You don't know what discipline is, because you didn't test it on your skin before. You don't know how painful it is. You just want to change it.
You don't know, but as I said, maybe you have that really good reason you wanna go after it. You have that will to keep going.
Is it?
You should. And if you don't, because sometimes you do, sometimes you don't have. And let's be real, yeah? Sometimes we fall.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you'll say like, oh, yeah, I just can't be, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it today. That's it. And you will, because that's how it is when you're young and when you think you have the whole time in the world. You don't know better. You don't. We've been there. Everybody's been there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, will you rise back up? Will you do it again? Will you start again? And keep on doing. And then if you fall, you do again and again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How much more you want to fail and start over from all the beginning?
If you think if you think about it right now, actually, that's how you learn to be disciplined. You don't become disciplined. You don't wake up being disciplined.
No, don't nobody.
You don't. No. But failure is actually not actually failure. If you think about it, failure is, it teaches you.
If you decide,
it teaches you.
If you want failure to teach you, because if you take failure from the first time that happens to your life, it's gonna be like, all right, I'm done with that. Up to the next task.
Oh, well, we talk about people who actually want to do something with their life.
Well, yes.
Because if you decide you're not going to do anything, then that's your decision, is what you want. If that's going to make you happy, man, that's going to make you happy.
But the problem is, let's be honest, I myself, for included, when I was a kid, I wasn't disciplined. I wouldn't understand from the failure what I was supposed to understand. I was like, yeah, it doesn't work for me. I think I'm not good at it.
Yeah, because you were a kid. Come on, you didn't know that. You know, when you're a kid, what do you know? But you don't know. You don't care about it. It's like if you tell a kid, look, kid, you're young. You have to go play some sports.
Well,
you have to,
yeah, that's the thing. Look, I used to do sports before.
Yeah.
You know, I used to do karate. I used to went to national championships.
Yeah, yeah.
So whenever, because I had losses as well, I had wins as well.
Yeah.
But whenever I had losses, especially at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't experienced.
Obviously.
I wasn't experienced. Instead of, kicking, try to kick the person in the head or on the back. I used to kick his ass actually, because I couldn't lift my leg up much. In 1 month I didn't have much experience.
Yeah, but you
So
learned.
I've learned, but the thing is, I discouraged myself every time I would fail.
That might be because you didn't have the support.
But here's the thing: whenever I want to give up, good that my father was at home in that period. He used to kick my ass. Was like, go back to it.
Good.
I don't care.
So then
And
you did have the support.
Even if, but here's the thing: when I went there, I tried to find excuses. Like when I was speaking to my coach, right? I was telling like, I have an injury to my nail or my heel.
How young were you?
I'm talking about, I don't know, between 14 to 16, somewhere around there.
Okay.
So I wasn't that really kid, So I was trying to find excuses. So just I will go home and do fuck all.
But you know why? Because what you were doing were actual fights. You were fighting, which is amazing. That's amazing. That's really good. But you have to think about it. You will fight. You will kick somebody, as you said, but you'll get kicked as well. So then what your mind will tell you when you start doing that, it will tell you that you have to get out of it. It's not good. It's painful. What if I'm going to get kicked? What if I'm going to,
Yeah.
So is your brain trying to keep you in the surviving mode? Don't go there. Don't do that. It's not safe.
Yeah.
But it's actually what is not safe is not to go, because you don't learn how to fight. You don't know how to protect yourself. You see where I'm going?
Yeah. And going back to it, I think what helped me was because I had someone who pushed me to do it, and to push me to go to the training.
Yeah.
And then when I went there, the coach, he didn't care that someone stole your sweet roll. He used to put it to the work. He didn't care how down you were that day or you were injured. Good. Do whatever we do in the way you can, but you do it.
Like, coach, I can't fight today. Why? Because he stole my chocolate.
Yeah, so here's the thing: for whenever in life, if you can go through something, you can't keep yourself with it. You can't keep yourself accountable for it, which you should actually, because that's what's gonna keep you in the game. If you let's say you simply don't have any hope in your life, get someone to push you, to ignite that fire. I mean, you already set yourself the goal. Then get someone to push you,
To keep you accountable, maybe.
Yes, like every day, be like, have you been to the gym? Have you done your workout? Have you worked on your business? Did you write that chapter for your book? If you did not, have that person which will do it. Don't use any stupid social media or apps that's gonna remind you. That's not gonna work. You're just gonna cancel it or snooze it, and then you're gonna move on. And
You can't snooze a person.
Yeah, you can't snooze a person. So you're like, mute, please. So have someone who will help you in your life. Otherwise, you can't pull. You won't be able to pull the head out of your ass, man.
I think that's actually a good idea. If you find someone who you look up to, and like you see this person doing things with their life, and try to, if that person is like important for you or you're looking up to them, ask them to hold you accountable for what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. For some people it will work.
Yeah, for
That
others
will
won't.
work for some people, yeah.
Some others maybe they don't
Advise
even need
them.
this advice in the first place.
Yeah.
So whoever needs it, find that
It's
one.
good.
Find that one.
Go
Well,
and have it. Go and take it, isn't it?
well, I'm happy. I got you for the 10 years. And for 10 years, you keep pushing my back to do many things. If it wasn't for you, probably I'll be a fat bastard.
Okay, I can say the same thing because I discovered the gym. Let's face it. Before I met you, I was an ignorant when it was about sports and gym and stuff.
I know.
Yeah. Now I become a
Yeah.
gym rat, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how it is.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Right. So looking at the time, I think it's about time to end it. Anything else you want to add?
There's gonna be some subjects for some future podcast that we're gonna do, and we're gonna discuss more.
Yeah.
I think this podcast was a bit broad on subject. We were talking about a lot of stuff, but it's good stuff.
Yeah, is it?
It's
It's
okay.
gonna absolutely it's gonna help someone, and if it did help someone, we're gonna want to hear your comments.
Yeah.
So, with that said, you can find us on social media. Find us on Twitter. Find us on Instagram under the same name, the Sybes. Drop us your comments. Let us know what you think about it. Drop questions that you have, and we can answer them in private, or we can even do a podcast on it. Depends how deep the answer is gonna.
Yeah, if we're gonna have enough people, like a lot of people interested in the same subject or the same issue or the
Yeah.
same problem, we'll definitely
We can do an
try to
episode on it.
discuss. Yeah, we'll do an episode and
We're gonna
discuss
do
about it.
Yeah, we're gonna do our research on it.
Yeah.
If we don't cover it broadly enough, and we're gonna make sure you're gonna get the best information we can give.
Yep. Thanks to the people who keep an open mind, who do what works. Free your mind, and until the next time, out.